Hello YouTube, it is I, the mega famous DJ Winza, and today is the chill video. And it's the usual angle you see me at with the usual quality screen because turns out my computer wasn't potatoing on me after all. I'm still eventually going to replace it, or at least upgrade, but for the time being, turned out the only issue was I needed to reseat my RAM. I don't know what caused the issue to begin with, but I just popped them out. Popped them back in. Boom. Worked perfectly. And my dear, gorgeous girlfriend is having to take a sick day because her job involves using her voice all day, just like mine. Babe, do you want to say hello?
Not particularly.
Yeah. I'm so happy when I get to spend more time with her. I really am. And yes, I'm talking about her in the third person. That's because, you know, this isn't a dialogue, it's a monologue.
Because I can't talk much.
Yeah. It's okay, you won't have to talk for what we'll be doing. Well, I have to go to work today.
I'm being sick, and I'm a miserable bitch when I'm sick.
It's alright, baby. Alright. Anyway. So, yeah, I was a little worried about my computer potatoing on me, and, thankfully that is not to be. But I did also take the time to take stock of, you know, what supplies I have computer-wise, and I'm going to make sure that I get things set up the way I need. I may have to start using a different hard drive for most of my shit. I'm actually considering uninstalling programs from my core primary hard drive and, well, actually just, you know, migrating all the programs over to one hard drive, migrating the hard drive that came with the damn thing, replacing it with a smaller hard drive that only will run Windows, and then install everything on other alternate hard drives, you know, so I don't end up having it potato on me and losing everything at all ever. Which, it's an endeavor, to say the least. I was thinking of trying to deep potato-fy my computer on Saturday, which is the day that I don't release any videos at all, but thankfully, I won't have that issue at all. Because, as you can tell, I haven't had any slowdown on this video, and I'm probably not going to have any slowdown on any future video, but it's still better to be safe than sorry. So I'm going to still do most of that prep anyway. Now, Hector, you mentioned that maybe I should have been, you know, saving up to buy a new computer just in case it does potato. And, well, the only reason I haven't is because I had a few things I wanted before I started saving. Don't worry, for the time being, everything I get will be saved.
Not just the computer.
Oh yeah, I've still gotta do a ring. I've still gotta do 4 rings for my car.
We both have to save up to upgrade our
stuff.
house.
Yeah, so that we're not living in a sardine can. And hey, I thought you weren't going to talk.
I can't help it.
I love you.
I love you too.
She said I can't help it, for those that may have had it cut off on them. I'd ask you to be louder, but I know you can't. Oh, man. It's sad. It really is sad that I get to spend a weekday with her only when she's sick. And since it's not on a Monday, it means I can't spend time with her the entire day.
My birthday I have off because I took it off planned. So we can do things on my birthday.
Is that a Monday?
Yeah.
Looks like I'm gonna use this to let you guys know that on October 17th I won't be doing my live streams. That makes it so I don't have to call in or set up an off date. Anyway, if you're wondering what I keep picking at, she made a wonderful, wonderful breakfast that I'm letting get cool, but it's still going to be delicious either way. Eggies in a basket.
With a special surprise in the middle.
With cheese in the middle.
And garlic.
And garlic.
On Asiago bread.
On Asiago bread. Yes, I intend to wife this woman. Which is why I need to save up for that ring. By the way, if there's one thing that I can give as advice, considering last week's chill video was me going to a really, really, really dark place, this video, consider it the flip side of that. If you are with someone who does treat you well, treat them how you want them to continue treating you. If you want them to say I love you all the time, say it back to them constantly. If you want them to, cook for you, even if you're a terrible cook, do it for them every once in a while. And yes, I do it for you every once in a while.
That's why I was pointing at you.
I love you.
I love you too.
If you want them to give you stuffed animals, give them stuffed animals too.
And then take them back, motherfucker.
Well, you can. I already pointed it out yesterday that you can take it at any time. It's only there as temporary window dressing, baby. Basically, above everything else, just love each other. That goes far beyond just relationship stuff. Love each and every person. Don't be a dick to people, especially people who have to do retail. Oh my fuck. Do not be a dick to people that are trying to help you in a retail or customer service situation. They are doing their fucking best. And treating them like shit means you're almost guaranteed to not get what you want. So don't treat people like shit, because you will be treated the same in return.
Karma's a bitch.
Yep. And it's not something that they're going to do intentionally, although you kind of deserve it if you treat them like shit. Like, let's be for real. If you treat the person who's trying to help you like shit, then you don't deserve their help to begin with. So if they intentionally fuck up, you brought it on yourself. Oh, and another thing. The customer is always right is fucking wrong. It was started by one business. And in fact, I'm gonna fucking Google that shit right now.
Wait, I missed the first part. What's wrong?
What business started the line? The customer is always right. There we go. Okay. is a motto or slogan which exhorts service staff to give a high priority to customer satisfaction. It was popularized by pioneering and successful retailers such as Harry Gordon Selfridge, John Wanamaker, and Marshall Field. They advocated that customer complaints should be treated seriously so that they should not feel cheated or deceived. This attitude was novel and influential when misrepresentation was rife, and let the buyer beware was a common legal maxim. Variations include the customer is never wrong, which was the slogan of, and I'm not going to say the French versions of this, hotelier Cesar Ritz, who said, "If a diner complains about a dish or the wine, immediately remove it and replace it, no questions asked." And that stuff is something we do anyway. But here's the thing. However, it was pointed out as early as 1914 that this view ignores that customers can be dishonest, have unrealistic expectations, and or try to misuse a product in ways that void the guarantee that states, if we adopt the policy of admitting whatever claims the customer makes to be proper, and if we always settle them at face value, we shall be subjected to inevitable losses. The work concluded, if the customer is made perfectly to understand what it means for him to be right, what right on his part is, then he can be depended on to be right if he is honest. If he is dishonest, a little effort should result in catching him at it. An article a year later by the same author addressed caveat emptor, thank you. She's French-Canadian. She knows this shit. I love you. Aspect while raising many of the same points as the earlier piece. So yeah, the customer is right, basically, unless they're wrong, and they can be. Customers try just as fucking hard, if not harder, to exploit customer service situations. Like, legit, it happens. It happens constantly. Oh, aren't I supposed to get free shipping? Does it say that on your catalog? Sure, tell me which catalog it is so I can look it up. Oh, it doesn't say that on that one. I can't give it to you in that case. But the customer's always right. Not when they're wrong. I can only do what I have the ability to do. So basically, yeah, I have to deal with that kind of shit all the time. All the time. And the best part is when I get blamed for something that happens between where the packages are delivered from and the customer's home or wherever they're having it delivered. I get yelled at for that, even though it has nothing to do with me. It has to do with the delivery company, which is a separate company altogether. Yay.
Cold eggs are not good.
The hell they aren't. But I shouldn't be complaining about my job. I shouldn't. Just love each other. Seriously. In the butt. Nah, just kidding. But, you know, this is just me talking about what's on my mind. That's all these videos are ever supposed to be for Thursday. It's just me clearing the air, emptying my brain out into a thimble, because, you know, the whole thing could fit in one. I love you. Thank you for being kind. Anyway, but yeah, I just... Also, you know, I just have had a little growth in this channel, and I wanted to thank you guys again. I actually noticed not 48 hours ago, that number's changed since then because, well, you know, the time period between then had changed. But I noticed I had gotten 10,000 minutes watched in 28 days. Holy shit. That's about 0.5 of a year? Wait.
525,600 minutes.
Yeah, that's where I'm pulling the number from. It's like it was 10,000 minutes. So how much is that?
10,000. That would be 1 out of 50, so about 2%.
2% of a year.
About.
2% of a year that I can say is an accurate number because it was in the song from Rent.
And it's real. That's just how it is.
I know. Although technically it's about a couple seconds off of that, but we're not gonna quibble. I think it's 4 seconds, right?
I don't bloody fucking know.
I love you.
I'm sick. My throat hurts. And I'm all out of food.
You can have my piece of bacon.
No.
Me offering you
That's
bacon
it.
is a sign
I
of
know.
true love.
I know. I'm miserable when I'm sick, so just eat. I have my allergies.
That sounds succulent. And she flips me off. You see, that's funny because an aloe plant is classified as a succulent. Anyway. I've completely run out of stupidity to pour forth from my gullet, so I will bid you all adieu. Just remember one thing, and it's more important than anything else. Remember, guys, remember that I love you. I really do. But, I want to finish my breakfast, so I'm gonna need you guys to get the fuck out of my house.